Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of Grant Source Live. I'm your host, founder, and executive director for Grant Source, and today we have a very special guest, Mr. Clarence from Heights Sports Academy. But before we get to Clarence, I definitely want to get a shout out to our sponsors. FedEx is giving all of our community a special offer, 20% off shipping to anywhere you want to go with FedEx. Just go to the community offers section. Also, Comcast Business, if you need to wow your customers with fast Wi-Fi or cable internet at your place of business or your nonprofit, they can get you taken care of. You can go to the community offers section in our app and take advantage of those offers. So without further ado, Mr. Clarence, how you doing, sir?
Just fine. How you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. We're excited to have you on the show and just learn a little bit about you and Heights Sports Academy. So let's start with, where are you from, Clarence?
I'm originally from Austin, Texas. I grew up in Corpus Christi, Texas, down in the valley.
Nice.
Well, not at the Gulf Coast, not necessarily all the way in the valley.
Okay. Down in the valley. I'm from a border town as well in Fort Bliss at El Paso. So what drove you to start Heights Sports? What are you passionate about?
Well, really all sports, passionate about sports, some activity for the kids to get out and get out of the house. I played baseball and all the way from Little League all the way up college. I have a cousin that's in the Hall of Fame for baseball, Don Baylor.
Oh, wow.
My younger son played college ball, high school, went to college on a scholarship, and then went in up to the minor leagues right outside of Chicago. And I have some uncles that played in the Negro Baseball League. So we have a lot of sports background in our family.
Phenomenal. And what position do you play, Clarence?
Well, I played center field.
Okay. Center field. Excellent.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. Going all the way back to the roots of the Negro Leagues, Jackie Robinson. That's incredible. And we're glad to have you on the show. What made you start Heights Sports Academy?
Well, I have two sons, and when they were ready to start playing t-ball, I coached at their Little League. But when we came out to the community where the Little League was, there was no training facility for inner city kids. All the batting indoor cages were outside of the city limits. So I started the batting cages training facility back in October 1994, and currently I'm in my 25th year in the same area. And we provide our services for baseball, softball, and all athletic sports. We try to stay in the area for inner city kids. We have a lot of inner city kids that can't get out to cages way outside, and so that's how I got started.
And I can hear you're there right now. I can hear the bats in the background, right?
Oh yeah, we have full house. It's been rainy weather all week, so when it rains, the place gets really packed.
That is incredible. It's indoor facility for inner city kids. I know growing up, any time that we could go and play basketball, and that kept us off the streets. So I imagine you've been able to do that for hundreds of young men, right?
Oh yeah.
25 years.
Yeah, we've had. I don't know if you're familiar with Carl Crawford. We helped him improve his ability. He was a phenomenal athlete. He was drafted right out of high school with Tampa Bay Rays. Went to, I believe, Boston, and then ended up with the Dodgers. So we've had several kids, softball and baseball, that have been able to further their playing time, scholarships, and a few that's gone on to the pros.
That's incredible. When you have organizations like this, Big Brothers Big Sister, any type of youth sports, the YMCA, you pretty much changed his life, because he could have altered the course of his life by being on the streets, and you helped him get all the way to the league. That's incredible.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, we just provided a avenue where he could continue to train. Speaking of Carl, I mean, he was a top athlete, so providing that avenue for him to train was just second to his abilities. But we've had other players that's gone on to the pros, like Danny Mazziotti, Vince Blue, and some softball players too that have come in through here over the years and taken lessons.
From right here in Houston.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So in 25 years, Clarence, I mean, that's a lot of baseball. That's a lot of practice. How many kids have you been able to impact? Let's talk about the impact.
Oh, there's been thousands. We're open 7 days a week all year. We provide weekly clubs, hitting clubs, periodic camps for baseball and softball. I have track coaches that work with kids on track and field, and they've been instrumental in getting kids into college. They are also personal trainers that we have. We do personal training here. One of my coaches, his brother is Olympic and U.S. record holder for the high jump, Charles Austin. Wow. He invented a total body board that we use here in the facility for workouts and rehabilitation of injuries.
Wow. Thousands of kids, top trainers, in the world, Olympians. I mean, that's huge. One of the things I like to ask, Clarence, is how can a grant help you? What would you guys use it for? Because there's a lot of different organizations on here that watch this show. How can our community help you?
Well, in the 25-year period, pretty much I've funded my family. My wife and I have funded the operation totally ourselves. We have kids that come in that can't afford, their parents can't afford to get them the training. We turn no kid away. We also give away the items that they need to perform that sport. We give things away. So over the years, my wife and I have used our funds. I've gone from a 3,000-foot square building, and we're currently in a 2-acre spot right now that needs some additional work, needs just a lot of work. And to move into this spot, I put in a little over $30,000 of my own money to get it in the shape that it is in now. But it needs, unfortunately, I don't own the building. I rent and lease the space, and the owner just doesn't want to put any money in fixing the leaks in the roof from the rain and various other things. So we're a community a development type place where a lot of my customers have helped me over the years, guys who own construction companies. So I get help from a lot of guys, male and female, that don't really have the money, but they put in what they can. And just, I think last year I decided to go nonprofit with the facility and to try to get some help financially.
Absolutely. And we're going to do what we can for you with our community, because facilities, equipment, giving away kids and turning no kids away, money's not the issue, especially with inner city kids. Right. Money is an issue for them, but you're not turning them away, and you're giving them equipment. That's phenomenal. Right. Out of your own pocket, 25 years, Clarence?
25 years worth.
Wow. Well, we appreciate what you do, and we're going to help you any way we can. And lastly, before we're about to hit our time, what do you like about the Grant Source platform?
Oh man, I was made aware of the Grant Source from one of my customers, and they've been just tremendous, helping us get the paperwork together giving me some guidance on what we need to do. And so I wouldn't be at this point that I'm at now if that wasn't available to us.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad to have you on, Clarence, and we look forward to having you on our next Testimonial Tuesday when we get you the grant money that you deserve. I want to thank Clarence for being on. Thank you to our sponsors, FedEx and Comcast Business. Again, I'm Alan Thornton, founder and executive director for Grant Source, where we help you find money for your mission. And remember, it's not about the money. It's all about the impact. Have a blessed day.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Clarence.